There's a lot going on over here. Yeah, people playing instruments, singing, TikTok or whatever it is, live stream. People like doing little health checks and like fixing their ankles and stuff. I probably need that actually. Yeah, a lot going on. And also a kid is fishing or whatever he's doing. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever been to a place like that before. Why, oh why, am I bathing in a hot pot right now? Or from a teacup? Find out in this episode of our China series. Welcome to Kunming. We made it to a big ass city. This is Fabio's first big city in China. 8,500,000 people. That's almost the size of London. And it's also the first time in a week that we've actually seen Western tourists. Yeah, it's already 3 Westerners. Oh, more there. More. This station is huge. They have these really cute vending machines so that you could buy flowers here. Adorable. Okay, so we got interrupted when we were trying to do the scanning to get the ticket. This is the one case where we needed cash and we don't have it. Because our international bank cards are connected to our Alipay or WeChat, for some reason they didn't allow us to do it here, so yeah. Anyway, long story short, we eventually got a ticket, but you need cashes for certain
occasions.
And we
helped a desperate tourist.
Yeah.
More desperate than us.
Yeah, poor guy. I think it could be very overwhelming coming here for the first time, as it is for you. Anyway, thoughts on the metro?
How cute are these mascots all over the station? Well, it took us 1 hour.
It's huge.
To come from this other station.
Yeah, considering it's probably a city most people, if I were to mention it, out west, they would be like, they wouldn't know what it is. It's a huge city so far.
We're back to civilization. 7-Eleven. So happy.
So it's a bit cold now, but Kunming is one of the most livable cities in China.
It's called the Spring City because the temperature is always mild, it's always spring.
Yeah, basically it doesn't go over 30 in summer degrees Celsius and it doesn't go below freezing in winter. So I think I like that. I can handle that.
Yeah, that's positive. So since we've been having Chinese food for a week and I've been feeling sick too, now I'm feeling better, we decided to go for pizza tonight. The pizza junkies are back.
Yes, that was our failed Instagram channel that got banned because it had the word junkies inside of it. So it failed before it even began, basically.
For good, because we don't have time for that.
We won't vlog too much about this pizza stuff. Tomorrow we'll get into the real stuff of Kunming. When was the last time you had a Marathi?
Maybe they had it in Malaysia, somewhere, in a pizzeria. Did they? Did a Moretti in China with a Chinese label? Isn't it cute?
This music in the background is thanks to a man playing his music really loudly on his bicycle with a big speaker. Okay, greetings from our Kunming hotel.
Good morning.
We actually think that this hotel is just basically an old office building that's been converted into rooms because look, this is
an office.
Yeah, an office that's on the same floor as the hotel, and the hotel is giving very office vibes with its gray flooring. It reminds me of the places where I used to teach English every now and then when I was living in Shanghai. But it's cute. They did a good job with the rooms at least, kind of. It's a bit of a cheapy hotel, but
for our standards.
Yeah, our standards are a lot higher because when you go to the smaller cities, you can get such an amazing hotel for a very inexpensive price. And then once you get to the big cities, it's different.
Okay, so we're back in the center of Kunming for an half day of exploration.
Yeah, so first of all, we went to the ghost city called Chenggong, which may or may not still be a ghost city. We have a video coming out about that after this one.
And now we are at the Guandu Ancient Town, which is one of the oldest part of Kunming, and it was a major trade hub. And let's see what's still here.
There's apparently like a lot of street food, so I'm hungry. Let's go get some food.
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
So I've been desperately looking for this cheese. It's from Dali, which is the city that we're headed to soon. And it's like this fried, crispy cheese. Let's see if they have it in here. We can try some.
I want a pink car now, after I saw this. And I also want a pink scooter. One thing I've noticed about China,
Which is not a nice thing.
is that every 5-10 minutes you can hear in the background that noise of clearing your throat, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's not my favorite component to China, but I mean, I don't know. How do they change that? It's just a thing in the culture.
And also they are very loud, most of them, when they sneeze. And I kind of like that because I have a big nose, so I'm also very loud when I sneeze.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel less awkward.
And one interesting
Yeah.
thing here is like you actually don't say bless you or like gesundheit, salute when someone sneezes. You just don't say anything. They don't have a word for it, and that's kind of nice because sometimes when I'm in like the West and someone sneezes, I feel obligated to be like, hey, bless you. But here you just can be quiet.
Is it really the spring city?
Yeah, weather is not on our side right now. Although it's not raining yet. We have hope.
We made it to the ancient city, and I think this
Fucker.
is the south gate. And the buildings are beautiful. They look
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, they're really old and this person is beeping. They're really old and they have now like little shops inside of them. Nice little environment. Let's go in. Yeah, it's funny. There's like lots of shops with shoe shops. So you have these like ancient facades, and then downstairs it's just like shoe shops. So like, I don't know, other random shit. It's really actually cool here. Although it's very commercial, it's really fun. It's bustling. There's people everywhere doing whatever, God knows what. A lot of energy.
Yeah, and it's very beautiful. It's the first time I see a big Chinese old city.
Yeah.
And yeah, the buildings are amazing. There are a lot of decorations, paintings,
Yeah.
old stuff. This is the most famous temple and important in the area, and it's called the Guandu Shaolin Temple. And it's a branch of the Shaolin Temple of Yunnan, and is where the Shaolin Kung Fu was created, which is a martial art. So here you can see sometimes monks practicing martial arts, and so it's very important for this and also for Buddhism. And this is really cool because I had a video games which was called Shaolin, and it was a mix of a GDR and the fighting games, because I really like fighting games and it reminds me of that. So let's go and check it out.
Since China is kind of cashless at this point, you can also make donations with WeChat here. So you don't have to actually bring cash with you anywhere. Well, some places like we saw earlier.
So Now we leave this area, this very loud area, and we go 9 kilometers north to the more modern part.
To the Green Lake, right?
Yeah, Green Lake, and then there's a pedestrian street, many stuff.
Yes, this will probably be the place that you would see more on the tourist trail. So let's
Yeah.
go see it.
Do you think this was the old gate?
Probably, yeah. I guess so.
These are my first dumplings in China. How do you call dumplings? How
饺子
do you say it?
饺子
Jiaozi.
or 水饺. There's differences actually. But these are 饺子, and yeah, we should be going for like Yunnan Kunming food, but there weren't actually that many options in the area, so we're going for these dumplings. They look delicious.
They're slimy. I can't grab them.
饭不跟你自己盛就是了。
Haha, 谢谢. Alright.
They
Oh my
can't
god,
grab
you just
them.
dropped one into the. You dropped one in there, and he
You
just
get that one.
he
because
abandoned
It
it.
will be very spicy.
好吃.
Before leaving the ancient city, I wanted to say something interesting. That scholar believes that this city is the one mentioned in the travel of Marco Polo, which was one of the first and the most famous explorer of Asia,
From.
as the city where they used to eat raw meat and use as currency cowries. So basically,
Cow
as
what?
cowries is like shells.
Okay.
So now it's different.
There's no raw meat, or at least we didn't see it.
Even though we just crossed a theme park, basically, of the ancient city.
And currency is WeChat or Alipay.
We made it to the Green Lake, which is one of the main attractions of Kunming, and it's crowded because it's a Sunday.
You will find some French style architecture in the city as well, because like Laos, Vietnam, northern Vietnam, it was all part of that.
French Indochina.
Yeah, French Indochina
Indochina.
relations. AKA
Yeah. And also there's still a railway which goes from here to Hanoi. So it's connected and has been with Vietnam, which is historically partially French.
in the north. Yeah.
Yeah. And also another thing I read is that Kunming played an important role in the Second World War. Also, there was a U.S. military base, kind of some operation here in Kunming. Both our Chinese signs
The ox and the goat, or sheep.
have horns,
Yes, they're both horns. Horny one.
horny signs.
It's definitely beautiful here, but like most parks in China and places that we've been, it could use like 1,000 less people.
Absolutely. I found the taxi cabs a bit scary because they look like police car.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, every time I see a taxi, I say,
Yeah,
"Is this a police car?
I know.
Can
I
I
don't-
film?"
Oh yeah, I know. Same. I don't know why we're like. I feel a bit scared of the police, but that's everywhere, I guess. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And yeah, we're leaving the Green Lake and heading to the pedestrian street.
The Nanping pedestrian street. My guess is there's gonna be a lot of people there. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, markets, shops,
Yes.
food.
Food.
And yeah, I think we're going to see these two last streets and then we are done for today.
And then on to the next day.
Yeah, it was a busy day.
Yeah. You might be able to tell by our energy it's lacking a little bit. So we'll try to like throw more into it.
Yeah, we turned from Eddie of Duolingo to Lily
Yeah.
in a few hours. You
Eyes
know if you
rolling.
know.
It's very cool. There's a gender-neutral bathroom here. It says Di San Wei, which is like the third bathroom. It's not an exact translation, but yeah, it could just be a wrong translation.
Yeah, because there's an icon of a pregnant woman and an old man.
Yeah. Anyway, it's progressive. And the nice thing about bathrooms in China is that they're free, like the public ones, unlike when we were in Laos or Thailand, but like Japan, except that the sanitation levels are not as good as Japan.
And also rarely there's soap. And
There's no toilet paper or bum gun, so if you need to go number 2, you're fucked.
yeah, so Kunming is famous as the city of the flowers, and you can tell there are so many flowers decorating the city.
Yeah, there's actually like a massive flower market here. It's the biggest in China and one of the biggest in Asia. We may come upon it because I'm seeing more and more people with flowers. But let's see.
With a flower crown on their head.
So they love a good Starbucks here. They love a good Western brand. They have Starbucks all over the country, and they have some really, really nicely designed ones. I know in Shanghai, I think it's the biggest Starbucks in the world. At the time that I lived there in 2018, it was. But the thing is, it's really, really expensive. It's like 30 to 40 yuan for like a drink. And it's, yeah, compared to the salary here, it's really expensive. So that's almost like 5-6 euro. So yeah, it's really not popular, as you can see right now. Not so many people inside. Yeah, it's a status. It's absolutely a status thing. I remember people would like spend much of their salary on it. Look here, when I used to be here, they only had normal bikes, but now they have like electric bikes. They have tons of them and all different brands.
Yeah, so far I'm really liking Kunming. There's so much to do, and I like this mix between old and new. These really pretty old buildings, older buildings.
Yeah.
And also you can feel the mix of cultures of the several tribes that live in this part of China.
Sure.
You can breathe it. Sabaidi, it's a Laotian restaurant. We know very well this word because we spent 1 month there in Laos, and when we will edit and upload those videos, you can catch up.
Okay, so this is the cheese I was talking about earlier. And actually you could get it with different flavors too, like chocolate and strawberry, I guess. But we're just getting the normal one.
Let's try it.
And not very salty.
No, not
Usually
salty at all.
There's a little bit of salt on this, so normally I think I would put salt on it.
But I mean, melted cheese, you can't go wrong
It's so nice.
with that. Really love cheese, despite my lactose intolerance. Do you remember the name of this pedestrian street?
This is Nanping. I don't know if this is Nanping pedestrian street. We have to look it up. But it is a pedestrian street, so maybe it is.
Yeah, this really reminds me that famous pedestrian street in Seoul. Right. We have a video about that.
I can't remember it.
Yeah. So we'll put a link.
Yeah.
Go and check it out.
I think we're like consistently overstimulated in this city. China is going to age us many years.
We are.
Yeah, there's also like a weird area where there's animals, like pets, and there's all different types of pets. Lots of cute cats and dogs and puppies and kittens.
Yeah.
I just hope that they all... I don't know if...
We hope that they all get adopted soon.
So this is more the Nanping pedestrian street. There's... I haven't come across cars in a while. The one before was the Wenming. pedestrian
Yeah,
street.
I think basically it's a all big pedestrian commercial area.
Yeah, they blend.
The streets collide.
Yeah, if you're hungry, come to all of these places. There's tons of food. If you want to shop, tons of shopping. Wish we had more money to do so. Just kidding.
This is interesting. They have a little Russian store. Let's go and check it out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything from here because I don't support Russia. But if you need Russian products, you can get them in Kunming.
Especially vodka.
Yeah, look at this. Marshuka vodka.
Wait, do they also have Georgian stuff with Stalin?
We're walking amongst the buildings on Nanping, the pedestrian street, and they're just huge, like mammoth-sized buildings. Not the biggest in the world. Of course, they're not like Shanghai or anything, but yeah.
They even have a bakery. I love being in a city after 1 week of only Chinese food. Of course, we couldn't miss having a mushrooms hot pot because mushrooms are the specialities in this area.
A lot of mushroom. Oh, okay. That's the chicken ones. They're like chicken mushrooms. They taste like chicken.
Well, and that's the...
这是鸡肉是吗？
对，乌鸡拼排骨。
That's to make the broth,
Yeah.
to give
Then we
the
got one
flavor.
然后我们这边的话是这样子，给你拿筷子，熟了之后才会给你拿。
好。Yeah, mushroom hot pot. So we just got this little timer that tells us we have 12 minutes until we can eat, which is really, it's reassuring because they're quite safe, at least. I guess they have to cook everything down. Here's the pandan thing. This thing for later. Okay. Eat it.
It will be very hot.
I don't understand what is the soup? Why did she put the soup in the thing?
I love mushrooms.
So, thoughts?
It was really good, and we didn't order the spicy version.
It's very filling. You can get we got three types of mushrooms and also a little bit of sirloin as well. And it was enough, definitely for 2 people. Yeah, and the mushrooms I've never had before. So they're quite good. One was a bit bitter and had a weird texture, but I liked it. Highly recommended. Ryan's Aftermath.
Fabio's Aftermath.
Okay, so it was like 45 euro for the dinner, which was more than we thought it would be. But the ambiance was good. When are you gonna have like all of these different forage mushrooms?
Second and last full day in Kunming, the spring city, and today the weather is better. It's warmer, and we're about to go to see the stone forest.
Sherlin Stone Forest.
Yeah, that's what it's also called.
It's about like an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of the city by train or by bus.
Yeah, we decided to take the train to go. So see you there. Those massage chairs look like Dragon Ball's Mr. Frieza scooter. They're a bit scary. It's one of the old trains.
Okay, so we're on the train to Sherlin. Should take about an hour and 40 minutes or so.
Long?
It's a bit long. At least we can work during it.
It's a slow train, right?
Slow train. But yeah, I think this was one of the trains that they used to have, like when you would go to Lijiang or Dali or something, and it would be like an overnight train. Now they've obviously upgraded to high speed, so they use these now for like short journeys.
So we decided to not take the shuttle bus because we like to walk, but now we're regretting it so badly because we are staring at these empty shuttles and we're short on time.
Yes.
Of course, as always.
So why the fuck didn't we choose the bus?
So we're heading to the major stone forest, and this stone forest is one of China's natural wonder.
Yeah.
And this area is huge, of big limestones.
Yeah, it's all UNESCO, isn't it? So
Yes.
it's a UNESCO site. We do find it funny because I think about going to the national parks in the US and it's such a different crowd. Also, things are not as like turned into a theme park as it is in China. Like here, it just always feels like it's, you know,
Everything is so manicured.
manicured. Yeah. So let's see. I hope when we go in, it's a little bit more raw. But I'm not sure. I have hopes. Okay, expectations of coming on a Monday versus reality.
画的嘴巴想象得出来吗？嘴巴是对着这块大的是天鹅，这里是天鹅的头，后面是它的尾巴。当然，我觉得这块大的更像一个狐狸的形状，更像个九尾狐狸啊。你觉得像什么？大家自己家里。
It feels like we are in a Pac-Man game.
Oh my god, it's just endless tourists. If you don't actually like push through, you're not gonna get through.
I feel like I'm in a calle of Venice. It feels familiar.
However, once you're away from the tourists, it's really cool here. And you're just in the middle of all these karst rocks and they're all towering over you. Yeah, and it makes it worth it, I'd say.
The Yi people believe that these rocks have spirit. And you?
Sorry?
I have to redo it now because you moved violently.
Because you're in front of the time lapse.
Okay, it was a joke anyway.
What was it?
We think this might be the minor forest, and it's nice because there are no people, but it's not as stunning as the other one, of course. No, I think it's called the Lion Pavilion area.
Okay, we made it to the top. We're in the Lions Pavilion, and you just hear the little murmur of tourists, but fortunately there's not as much. There's peace up here, which is really, really nice. I think the trick to the Shodan Stone Forest is you just have to, when you see crowds, like go the other way. And it's amazing to go inside the major section, but like feel free to escape it as well and explore on your own.
Yeah, this is my favorite part so far.
Same, even if it's a little bit less scenic than being inside, but
And especially when the sun comes out, it brightens these rocks.
and it just
They're like crystals.
like crystals, yeah. It just gives you an overview of how vast everything is. It's massive.
Okay, you can easily spend half a day here, more if you're a geologist.
Yeah.
But we're done. We've seen enough. We are tired and hungry. We're going back to Kunming.
Yeah, but we're basically beelining directly to the Dragon's Gate, which is on the west side of the big lake that's next to Kunming.
Yeah,
And we're gonna hopefully get there for like the sunset.
and we'll leave you here with a view of
The Penis Rock. We thought there would be more Penis Rocks, but we've only seen one or two so far.
Not sure we'll keep this part.
Yeah. So ravenous right now. These are like fried potatoes, stir-fried potatoes. Yeah, it's mixed between a French fry and like a mashed potato, maybe? No, I don't know. Okay, so I think we're on our like 5th mode of transport for the day. And we're whipping across the city in a cab, trying to hopefully get to this viewpoint, the Longmen viewpoint, by sunset. And it looks like sunset's coming fast.
Hard task.
Yeah. Will we do it? We're almost there though, I think.
Epic fail from us today. It's too late. The cable car closes at 6 and now it's 5.
Yeah, so there's no such thing as a sunset.
Even earlier.
There's no such thing as a sunset cable car adventure, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the
made it
sunset is in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to be somewhere on the top of that hill, mountain, to see these temples caved on the hills and the view, the sunset. But too many things to do in this city. I'm not sure 3 days are enough, really, because everything is so spread out.
Yeah.
And you have so many things to do in the city and so many outdoor activities and excursions. So whatever, we did already a lot.
But that
here.
looks cool. You can check it out for us and let us know how it is.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, you do have a really beautiful lake in Kunming right here, which is kind of like we're in jail. But it's a beautiful fresh lake, so you can always come to that as well. I'm sure
And
there's
some
better.
wildlife there.
Yeah, I'm
flying.
sure there's better parts to access it. I don't know. It seems like it's a little bit weird here, but
Okay, let's rebound with an herbal sauna.
yes,
That
last
we-
stop of the day.
And we really need it.
Yeah. Oh my god, we found it! Okay, this place is so different than what I remember it from in 2014. I think maybe it's a different place, but there's a teacup, sorry. That's actually a hot tub as well. And then now that I'm looking, there's a freaking massive boot. Okay, I'm very excited. Things have turned around. Yeah, this place is absolutely worth it. We paid 99 yuan for, I guess because we're here late in the evening, so it makes it a lot cheaper. So we have like 2 hours to spend here.
The boot is just a toilet.
But anyway, this was really hard to find, and I think it's honestly a hidden gem. So we'll definitely put the name and address down below in the comments because it took us a while to find this. They also have a hot pot that you can sit in. This is so wonderful.
Yeah, and I think it's more beautiful in the night.
Yeah. I think it would be nice in the day, but yeah, it's beautiful. Now we're entering a mushroom forest. Hello! A massive tarantula.
I'm bathing in rose water.
Yeah, all of these pools have different flavors, I guess. I guess that's what you can call it. Different scents, different mineral properties as well. I'm not sure what this one is. I feel like there should be signs here, but yeah, this one's yellow. Not pea, I hope. And Fabio's just putting on his face. This one behind me is Milky Jizz Bomb. I think I found a cranberry pool.
That's so nice.
You're getting teabagged.
And that's all for Kunming. This was my first megacity in China, and the spring city really felt like spring to me. I felt full of energy, and it's definitely a place where you never get bored, with so much culture and so many attractions. Don't forget to watch the spin-off about the ghost city of Chengkong on the outskirts of Kunming. And please subscribe if you want to follow more adventures. See you in magnificent Lijiang, one of our favorite places in China. Thanks for watching and ciao!